What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Tuesday out there, everyone, everywhere. We're taking a look at another mock draft as we're counting down the days. Will the Vikings ignore the offensive line? I don't know. I guess we'll find out very soon. A Bleacher Report, their scouting department, put out a mock draft version 1.0, and it's really fun. It's really nuanced, and the Vikings get a player that I really like, but the reasoning is really interesting. And it was a round table. 4 scouts went after Nate Tice, son of Mike Tice. Perhaps you've heard of him. Also was a quarterback at Wisconsin. Brandon Thorn, who is the authority on offensive line. I really appreciate, I really take his guidance and words to heart. Justis Mosqueda, stud, even though he's a Packers fan. Really good in terms of gauging players, especially edge rushers, really good in that regard. And Cory Giddings I believe he played at Stony Brook. He was a cornerback safety somewhere in their defensive back. Also worked with the Giants and collegiate within the team within the Big Ten. There you go. All right, so 4 guys with great bona fides got together for a mock draft, and it's a lot of fun. Let's dive in. Number 1, Jaguars. Oh, I could have done this one. I could have contributed to this mock draft. Anyway, Trevor Lawrence, Duval, yes. 2, Zach Wilson. Oh, no Sacky for Zachy. Wilson and Salad, their futures are tied together. Hopefully Mike LaFleur, the younger brother of the 12-year-old boy, won't ruin him because he's my boy. But, yeah, don't worry. In 5 years, Zach Wilson will be a Viking, just adding more fuel to the dumbest rivalry in sports history. 3, so the Niners trading on up. Maybe it's for Mac Jones. Maybe it's for Trey Lance. Maybe it's for whoever's left between Justin Fields and Zach Wilson. Sure. But, yeah, Fields with his skill set and Kyle Shanahan, I think that could be a lot of fun. Plus, look at the weapons. You got Kittle. You got Debo. You got Aiyuk. You're going to be good to go. 4, so the Falcons stick and pick Trey Lance, the pride of NDSU, no pants or Trey Lance, pride of Marshall, Minnesota, heir apparent to Matt Ryan. It's a great spot for him. He can sit behind Matt Ryan for 1 year, maybe 2. Arthur Smith is going to be that joint at the hip with no pants or Trey Lance. Just sit and learn. Yeah. 5. Bengals have a choice. So, like in previous mock drafts, the top 4 quarterbacks go off the board, and the Bengals have their choice. So they go Jamar Chase in this spot, reunite him with Joe Burrow, where offensive line would be tempting, but you did sign Riley Reef. Sure. I mean, that's a big play. Where you don't take Penei Sewell because you took Riley Reef, I guess. But Jamar Chase is that dude, man. Like, I understand that this wide receiver class is extremely deep and top-heavy, but yeah. Deep and top heavy, like your mama. 6, Dolphins, Kyle Pitts. Now, if Tua can't succeed with Kyle Pitts, we understand. We're moving along. But absolute mismatch nightmare. He's going to be that dude. And I've said this before. If you could wager on which player is going to be a future Hall of Famer with odds, I will take Kyle Pitts. I will. He's that dude, man. He's just amazing. 7, Lions getting Jaylen Waddle. I dislike it. I do. Well, I dislike it as a Vikings fan. If I'm a Lions fan, I'm pretty stoked about this. Got long speed for days. I think he's underrated and was underutilized as an all-around receiver at Alabama, but also has return ability as well. Go ahead. 8, I mean, the Panthers just kind of stinks to, you miss out on the quarterbacks. Do you take Mac Jones here? I don't know. Maybe you circle around the second round and try and get Kellen Mond. But Penei Sewell, just go BPA. Put him on the offensive line. Put him opposite Taylor Moton, row the boat, and then just go after it. I mean, maybe Tate will pan out if he's got better protection this year. Yeah. 9, Broncos. So this could be the Mac Jones spot. There's no trades in this mock draft, but yeah, this could be Mac Jones. This could be a cornerback. Go live directions here. But Slater is an absolute stud. And they do have Garrett Bowles, who's emerged as one of the better left tackles in the game. So you're going to play Slater at right tackle. Juwan James kind of sucks. And he opted out last year. So yeah, you could see him hitting the old dusty trail. I don't think Slater kicks inside. But they do have the makings of a decent offensive line going forward. 10. Cowboys. So Cowboys just sit there at 10. They get the top cornerback off the board if you ding Caleb Farley for having those back issues. But Bama reunited with Trevon Diggs, the Cowboys cornerback room. Also, they got Jordan Lewis in the slot, starting to round into form. 11. So you got the Giants taking J.C. Horn, where this is definitely a BPA play, definitely just piling on talent upon talent, because they have Bradbury, they have Adoree Jackson, they spent a ton of money on, they have Logan Ryan. So, I mean, the quarterback room is pretty solid, but J.C. Horn is that dude, man. He just is. 12. Eagles picking up DeVonta Smith, where under what lucky star was Howie Roseman born under, man? So you trade back from 6 to 12, and you still get a premier talent. DeVonta Smith paired up with Jalen Reagor, 2 really nice receivers for Jalen Hurts. So we'll see what this offense can be. Maybe they can protect him. I don't know. But either way, the linebacker core and the cornerbacks are still booty in Philly. So For that, we thank you. And they're going to cut Zach Ertz, which is funny. 13, Chargers. This one hurts. So they take our guy Darisaw. Now they added Corey Linsley and Filer in free agency. So now Darisaw is that left tackle on the blind side for Justin Herbert for the foreseeable future. Yeah, this sucks. I dislike it very much. 14, it's okay. Not all is not lost. The Vikings still got Kwity Paye no matter what. F you, pay me. Now the reason behind this is interesting because Brandon Thorn, like we mentioned, he's the offensive line guy. He is the O-line dude. And so the Vikings pass on O-line here. Maybe they'll circle around the third or fourth round, etc. But here's what they're on. Minnesota can easily select an offensive lineman here, such as Teven Jenkins, to play tackle or guard. So if Brandon Thorn says that Teven Jenkins is good to go at 14, okay, I'm in. I'm in. But the idea of molding another supremely talented pass rusher is a very intriguing proposition for a Mike Zimmer-led staff that often extracts the most out of his players on that side of the ball, except for last year. Face. A defensive line coach, Andre Patterson, is one of the premier developers of talent in the NFL, so putting Kwity Paye under his guidance will likely be the best case scenario for him to bridge the gap between raw talent and refined skill in the shortest amount of time. Yeah, there's one drawback on Kwity Paye. College production, relatively low, but is that physical freak. Where all the comparisons between Kwity Paye, Jason Oweh and Danielle Hunter, I actually think it's closer between Kwity Paye and Danielle. I do, but no. With Danielle Hunter set to return with his eyes on a mega deal in the near future, this pick potentially provides the Vikings with 2 long-term legit threats off the edge to unlock Zimmer's defense while also giving the team an insurance policy in case it doesn't retain Hunter. So, like I said, yes, but AVT still sitting here chilling. Brandon said Teven Jenkins wouldn't be a reach at 14. It's all right. 2/3, 4/4, 2/5. They will get offensive line. But yeah, Kwity Paye's a stud, man. He's absolute stud. Plus, could kick inside on passing downs. I'm in. I am in. If this is how the board breaks and Darisaw ain't on board, go ahead. 15, Patriots, Mac Jones. Yeesh. 16, Cardinals pick up Caleb Farley, where his draft stock took a tumble because of his back issues, but if he's good to go, the absolute day one replacement for Patrick Peterson. Actually, upgrade over Patrick Peterson because he's not deceased. He has not ceased to be. 17, Raiders, Micah Parsons, where this is Al Davis throwback pick. Where they got edge of free agency, they got Unique the freaking Ngakoue. Now, they could definitely need offensive line. They could definitely use it. Teven Jenkins would make a lot of sense here. AVT would make a ton of sense as well. But yeah, Micah Parsons is that guy, man. That just absolute physical freak, heat-seeking missile, and just destroys whatever's in front of him. He can rush the passer. He can cover. He's rangy. He's got everything. 18. Dolphins pick up Rashod Bateman. Ooh. So you got Bateman and Kyle Pitts. Let's go. Man. Like, if Tua can't win now, we'll find someone else. And then that quarterback's going to have great weapons. So I like Rashod Bateman, just a tough outside the numbers guy. Throwing DeVonta Parker, throwing Kyle Pitts, working down the seams, and this is the makings of a gross offense. Plus, I mean, imagine they circle back and get Najee Harris or Travis Etienne at the top of the second round. Let's go. 19. Washington takes Jeremiah Usu-Koramoah, where this is a little bit of BPA, where if you have Kyle Rudolph entering your division, you need a Kyle Rudolph eraser, and joke is that. Okay, he's just a really good player. Now, they could go offensive line, they could go wide receiver, but 20. Actually, no, wide receiver, they're good. They got Curtis Samuel. What can you do? 20. Bears, Teven Jenkins. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. So you're telling me that last year their right tackle was Jermaine Ifedi and Rashawn Coward, and then they just somehow get Teven Jenkins? I hate it. Andy Dalton is going to be very well protected. Woo! Next up, 21. Colts pick up Jaylen Phillips. Now, I could definitely need some left tackle help, and there's some really solid names still on the board, but I mean, Jaylen Phillips, if he can stay healthy, he can definitely be one of the better edge rushers in this class, if not the best. So Phillips, he's coming in replacing Justin Houston, and you got length, you got size. Phillips and Buckner together on that defensive line, man, that's really good. 22, Titans, where ideally the Titans would be in on cornerback or maybe some edge help, but I mean, they have to make up for their error, their boo-boo last year with Isaiah Wilson. So Leatherwood coming in, going to play right tackle right away. Maybe he plays guard. Maybe they kiss and make nice with Dennis Kelly. I don't know. But yeah, Leatherwood, solid player. 22, I don't know if Leatherwood's a first-round pick. Like, given the choice, I would probably have taken Eichenberg in this spot. Maybe you go Landon Dickerson. Maybe you go AVT in this spot, try to flex him out of tackle. But yeah, Leatherwood, I understand it. I get it. There you go. 23, the Jets. So Robert Saleh, you got your quarterback at 2, but Saleh needs him some toys on that defense. Greg Newsome's going to come in and be your feisty cornerback 1. Absolute alpha, just a tough kid, and just gets after it. 24. Steelers taking Landon Dickerson, where the Steelers have needs all over the place, man. They do, but offensive line is definitely a need. Dickerson can literally play all 5 spots, but he's going to play center. He's going to be Marquise Pouncey's replacement who retired, so he's going to protect Big Ben and then whoever the hell the quarterback is going to be. So, yeah, Landon Dickerson, like, his attitude is very Steel City-esque. This is a good pick. 25. Jaguars AVT, where... yeah, this one makes a lot of sense. Where they redid the deal of Andrew Norwell, that he stayed in Duval. They could definitely use some guard upgrade over McCann. Maybe he plays left tackle. I like AVT at guard over tackle, but Cam Robinson long term, is he going to be the guy? They franchise tagged him now? Probably not. But yeah, protect Trevor Lawrence no matter what. 26, Browns Azeez, where they got Tack McKinley in free agency as the hand the dirt guy, and Azeez can be that third down sub package off the edge, stand up outside linebacker. Just bring in more unique heat. Myles Garrett's going to get double teamed, so Azeez is going to get one-on-ones. I like this pick a lot. 27, the Ravens. Wow, Dyami Brown, wide receiver from UNC, where I think this is the first time I've seen Dyami in the first round, and we look at a lot of mock drafts, but big-time deep threat and playmaker, but I don't know. Skill set wise, is he too much like Hollywood Brown? Would they be better off with a big bodied outside the numbers guy like a Terrace Marshall? But it'd be what it'd be. 28. Saints pick up Zaven Collins. I hate it. I hate this one because I love Zaven Collins. I dislike the Saints so much, but they are aging out that linebacker core. Zach Bond ain't it. So yeah. Okay, God. 29. Packers. I hate this one even more. Elijah Moore is going to play the slot, and then he's going to be the return guy, and it's just, everything is horrible. Elijah Moore is a damn dude, and now I have to dislike him immensely because he plays for the stupid Packers. Did Justis make this pick? No, Giddings did. Okay, 30, Bills. How did this happen, man? How did the Bills just get Christian Barmore, right? So I understand that Ed Oliver hasn't panned out on his number 9 overall selection, but if you got Barmore and you got Ed Oliver going at the same time, ooh, my goodness, man. My goodness. 31. Chiefs taking Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame. Not sexy, but meat potatoes, rock solid week 1 starter at left tackle or right tackle. Either one, make your pick. I would just keep him at left tackle. It's all he played at Notre Dame. Go ahead. Then 32. Bucks taking Davion Nixon, where Ndamukong Suh and Golston are much more about that horsepower. Davion Nixon is that quick first step 3-tech guy. So different flavor on that defensive interior as the champs look to repeat. It's a really good pickup. Guys who are still on board. So Kellen Mond, A&M. You thought with the top 4 quarterbacks in the first 4 picks and then Mac Jones going at 15 that maybe he would sneak into the back end of the first round. Maybe not so much. Running backs, no go. Najee Harris, Travis Etienne still on board. Kadarius Toney didn't make it. Terrace Marshall Jr. didn't make it, which is a little bit surprising. Tight end Pat Freiermuth. I don't know if he's going to make it in the first round. I mean, these mock drafts, but he is really damn good. Like the Gronk comparisons, certainly there. Offensive line, Cosme, Mayfield, Wyatt Davis, no matter what, didn't make it, even though you had Dickerson as well as Leatherwood make it in, which is interesting. Asai and Boogie Basham. Greg Rousseau didn't make it, where I feel like there's a little bit of a backlash on Rousseau, where, well, not so much backlash as that people just sort of bored. Then you're on to the next one. You're on to the next shiny object. I get it. Asai and Basham, like we said, I think are really getting slept on. Jason Away didn't make it. Kind of amazing. Onwuzurike, no go. Bolton, Jamin Davis, nope. Asante Samuel, Eric Stokes, nope. And no safeties in the first round. No Morig, no Javon Holland, etc. But for the Vikings, Kwity Paye at 14. And like I said, I take what Brandon Thorn said here in the write-up to heart. I mean, if Ted Jenkins is that guy, the Vikings could be in a spot where the big 4 offensive linemen are off the board, or maybe AVT is not their flavor. Maybe the Vikings are actually down on AVT. So, like I said, if that is Kwity Paye at 14, F you, pay me. And then, please, offensive line 3rd, offensive line 4th. Pull off the trade for Orlando Brown. I don't care. Give up a future second-round pick. Do not care. Just fix the offensive line. And then, man, Kwity Paye opposite Danielle Hunter plus DJ Wanham sprinkled in there. Let's go. Let's go. Revenge of the Zimmer Hellfire defense. Be your thoughts. Bleacher Report, Scouting Department Mock Draft 1.0. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.